Made with tender chunks of beef and vegetables and so much flavor, you won't believe how easy it is to make this vegetable beef soup. Hey mindful moms and dads, Kristen here. As someone who suffers from a chronic disease, I believe homemade is best, but that doesn't mean it needs to be complicated or time-consuming. Today's recipe is going to be made using leftovers. That's right, this soup is going to be made with leftovers. Whenever I make a chuck roast, be it for pot roast or French dip sandwiches or Italian beef, I often have leftovers, but not enough leftovers to feed my family a second time, which means those leftovers could get forgotten about in the fridge and have to be thrown in the trash, which I hate food waste. I personally view it as a waste of my time, a waste of my money, and a waste of my resources. But with a little bit of planning, those leftovers can turn into a whole new family meal that everybody will rave about. So let's put on our kitchen capes and let me show you how easy it is to make this vegetable beef soup. Last night I made Italian beef sandwiches, and I have 3 cups of cooking liquid left over and not even a full cup of the leftover meat. Not enough to feed my family a second time, but it's just what I need for a delicious soup. So I'm gonna put those leftovers right into our Instant Pot. That's right, we don't have to start this soup by sauteing carrots and onions and garlic. That's needed when we start a soup from scratch because we need to build those layers of flavors. Our leftovers are seasoned enough, so we can skip that step, meaning dinner is that much easier. To the leftover meat, I'm adding in 3 cups of cubed red potatoes. Russet potatoes work, Yukon Gold potatoes work. I had parsley potatoes earlier in the week, which used red potatoes, so that's what I have on hand. That's what I'm using. Then I'm adding in 2 carrots that have been peeled and sliced. I always have fresh carrots on hand for my kids to snack on at lunch. And then I'm adding in 1 cup of green beans. You can use fresh or frozen. I made a chicken and green bean skillet earlier in the week, so I have some fresh green beans that I'm using today. That's how I plan my meals for the week. I take one ingredient and I see how many ways I can use it throughout the week so that I'm not left with any food waste, which ultimately saves me money. Add in a 16-ounce can of diced tomatoes or tomato sauce. I'm using tomato sauce because many of you know my son has an aversion to the texture of diced tomatoes. Small concession that saves me hearing complaining at the dinner table. Totally worth it. Then I'm adding in 3 cups of water. You want about 6 cups total of liquid for your soup. I chose to add water today because my Italian beef is so flavorful that to add beef stock could make this soup a little bit too salty. If your cooking liquid lacked some flavor, by all means use beef stock. I'm gonna add in just a pinch of salt here, need just a little bit to bring those flavors out, and then I'm gonna pop the lid on my Instant Pot. Again, you can simmer this on the stove. You wanna bring it to a boil and then simmer for 20 to 30 minutes until your potatoes are tender, or you can cook in your slow cooker for 6 to 8 hours on low. But I want dinner on the table fast tonight. So I'm using my Instant Pot and I'm setting the pressure time for 10 minutes on high pressure. Once the cook time has elapsed, be sure to let pressure release naturally completely, or you will have hot liquid spewing everywhere if you try to do a quick release of pressure. And then open up your Instant Pot. Now for my chef's secret. You really want to finish broth-based soup with a bit of acid to really help the flavors pop and taste like restaurant quality soups. For chicken soup, that's usually lemon juice, but for this Italian beef soup, we're gonna add in about a half a tablespoon of balsamic vinegar and just give that a good stir. And then you want to taste to adjust seasonings to see if you need any salt or pepper. I find that with the Italian beef base, I need nothing else. Then we're gonna dish it out, serve it with some rolls, and dinner is done. And it came together using things that could have easily wound up in the trash. All because I planned ahead, just a little bit. And trust me, I get that planning can be completely overwhelming, so that's why I wanna do it for you. Every week, I send out free meal plans. Yes, free. You can click the link above and sign up for these meal plans, and every Friday you'll get a meal plan that's made with seasonal ingredients and similar ingredients so that you can cut down on food cost and food waste. These meal plans include a grocery list and tips on how to prep ahead so that you can spend less time in the kitchen. I'm so excited for you guys to give these meal plans a try. Be sure to click that link, sign up, and let me help you serve your family better.